Well, hello everyone. For Freedom Watch, this is District 18 State Representative Stephen Holt. You know, there's been some great news for our state recently. Here in Iowa, we've just had one good report after another. Now, it might be considered bad news for those folks on the other side of the aisle that have been running around saying things that simply aren't true to score political points, and unfortunately, that has been exposed in the last few weeks. First, we have found out that Iowa leads the nation in the percentage of high school graduates, 91.3%. That's according to the National Center for Education Studies, and that was reported by Radio Iowa on December 5th of this year. Then we find out that Iowa has bucked the trend nationally, and adjusted for inflation, Iowa has increased education spending by 20.6% since 2008. Now, only 3 states had greater increases in education funding in that same time period. And that is according to a left-leaning group called the Center on Budget and Policy Priorities, and that was reported in the Gazette on November 28th of this year. So if you've heard those folks on the other side of the aisle running around the state talking about the fact that Republicans don't fund education properly and that Republicans don't care about our children, well, here are the facts. Only 3 other states since 2008 have increased funding to a greater degree for education than Iowa has. So it is very clear from the facts that we have placed an extremely high priority on K through 12 education, because we have increased their funding by 20.6% since 2008, and only 3 other states have increased their education funding more. It has also just been released news that we have the lowest unemployment rate in 17 years in Iowa. We are basically at full employment. And then a few days ago, it has been reported by a group called Wall Street 24/7. And this is a group that grades states based upon how well they are managed, and they do that based upon how the fiscal outlook is, how well we manage our budgets, those sorts of things. Iowa is the 3rd best run state in the nation, according to Wall Street 24/7, and that's up 3 spots from last year. We were number 6 last year. This year we're number 3. The best run state in the nation, the 3rd best run state in the nation. Now, why do they say this? Well, here's what they say are the reasons why they believe Iowa is in such great shape. And I'm quoting here: Iowa has one of the healthiest job markets in the country. Just 3.7% of the Iowa workforce were unemployed. In 2016, the 10th lowest unemployment rate of any state. For the small share of residents looking for a job, Iowa has one of the most generous unemployment insurance systems of any state. Some 40% of unemployed residents in the state receive unemployment benefits, far more than the 27% national rate. Also, the average weekly benefit is $398, or 45% of Iowa's average weekly wage, the 5th highest replacement rate of any state. They continue, Iowa is one of the most fiscally responsible states in the country. While across all states, average state government debt amounts to 52.2% of total state tax revenue, Iowa's debt load amounts to just 26.1%, one of the smallest shares in the country. Darn those pesky facts and fiscally responsible Republicans. Merry Christmas, everyone. For Freedom Watch, I'm Iowa State Representative Stephen Holt.